3, another very special Harcourts Rata and Co auction at number 10, Gibbons Drive in EPPING. My name is Robert Ozzimo and I proudly represent the company of Harcourts Rata and Co. Joined here today by the best team in the north. The team in blue. Should you require their advice, please feel free to approach either Paul, Lou, Daniel, and of course Mary Ali, who no doubt you've had the great pleasure of meeting throughout the marketing campaign. Buyers, let me share with you the following announcements which you can place up your bid and buy with absolute confidence here today. The auction will be conducted in accordance with the rules and any additional conditions that are available for inspection before the start of the auction. The auction rules prohibit an auctioneer from accepting bids or offers for a property after the property has been knocked down to the successful bidder. The vendors have a reserve price as the auctioneer. I'll indicate bidders on request. The law prohibits false bids, prohibits major disruptions by bidders, and prohibits bidders attempting to prevent others from bidding, and provides for fines for such conduct. The rules permit for vendor bids. The words that I'll use during the auction to indicate that I'm making a bid on behalf of the vendor are vendor bid, and by law only I, as the auctioneer, can make a vendor bid. The contract of sale has been on display prior to today's auction. We call for 10% deposit upon the fall of the hammer and the signing of that contract to take place here today, with the balance to be paid at settlement in a flexible 30 to 90 days time, at which time the vendor will provide the lucky buyer with vacant possession of the property. All in all, quite a straightforward contract. Everything's in there, everything's quite clear. Buyers, is with my highest recommendation what we offer for your competition and consideration here today. In the very heart of EPPING, quite a unique location. We've got access to everything that you need for a great lifestyle, everything that you need for great capital growth. Transport as close as the bus on McDonald's Road and not very far away at all from South Morang Station, providing simple access into the city. There you'll also find Westfield, Plenty Valley, and of course great quality schools, both primary and secondary, recreational facilities as close as, again, McDonald's Road. Everything at your fingertips in terms of bars, restaurants, cafes, shopping, transport and schooling. And that is why we have seen such enormous growth in Gibbons Drive and the surrounding streets in recent years, for very good reason. It's all of that infrastructure that underpins capital growth. Add to that an immaculate family home, well maintained over the years, absolutely nothing to do. Move straight in and enjoy that free flowing floor plan, that formal living up the front, that huge informal living area up the back off that big kitchen. What a great opportunity before you for any first home buyer. What a great opportunity for any investor. What a great opportunity for you and your family to buy this magnificent family home in this magnificent family location, to get the sold sticker up on the board. If you want to reserve that right, buyers, now's your opportunity to do just that. Where can I see a fair and reasonable starting bid for number 10 Gibbons? Who'd like to start us off? I don't mind the call, buyers. I'm in your hands. Start me where you like. A lot of talk with a little bit of action at the start. It always happens at the start of an auction when we ask for a little bit of money. Everybody tends to go a little bit shy and a little bit quiet, and it does take a brave soul to raise their hand first in this scenario. But I tell you what, buyers, it's an opportunity to stake your claim, to mark your territory, and to show every other buyer that the keys belong to you. An opportunity to start from a position of strength. If you're here to buy, this is your moment and your time. Our vendors' instructions are clear. They want to sell here today. They've had their say. It's time for you to have yours now, buyers. Where can I see a start? I don't mind the call. Start me where you like. Well, I'll tell you what, I'm going to make it nice and easy for you all here today. I'm going to start at 750,000 at a vendor bid at 750 the bid. At 750,000, nice easy bid at that at 750. At 7.5 now, should be a sea of hands at that level at 750 now. At 750,000. At 750,000, if you didn't come to buy today, I'd be throwing my hand up at that. At 750 the bid, and I'll take 25 from the top. Make it 775 in the rise. At 750,000 once. At 750, we're done. At 750,000 for the second call. At 750 the bid, done. At 775, welcome. Best of luck, ma'am, across the road at 775 now. At 775,000, round me off to 8 even money at that at 775 the bid. At 775,000, there's the bid. There's the competition, the opportunity with every other buyer here today at 775 got now. at 790. I'll shorter my stride and take the 15 at 790. At 790,000 the bid's there, back against you, ma'am. At 790,000, fairly been offered now at 790 the bid. At 790,000, can I say 15 on top at 790? Same courtesy at 15 if you like. At 790,000, and wish you also best of luck here today. At 90 got now against your bid at 790,000. First call at 790, all done at 810,000, and a great bid at that at 810. At 810,000, bang bang at 810 now. At 810,000, bid back there at 810. Fight fire with fire, take me to 30 at 20. I'll shorten my stride again for you at 10 and give you the same courtesy at 10, ma'am, if you like. At 820 and the bid's there. At 820 the bid, 30 it's got to be. At 820,000, fairly been offered. At 820 the bid. At 820,000, looking for 10 and 30, got now at 830. At 830,000. At 40, now the quick retort at 40. At 840,000. At 840,000, bid there at 40. At 840, the bid now, fairly been offered now. Make it 50 in the rise. At 840,000. First call at 840, are we done? Second call at 840,000, at 50 now, and I would think so. At $850,000 the bid. At 850 now, fairly been offered. Bids there at 850 against you at 60 now at 860,000. At 860 the bid. At 860,000, fairly been offered now. At 860,000, bid there against you, ma'am. At 860, fairly been offered now. There's the competition. The opportunity still lies with you. At 860, the thing about opportunities is they are fleeting. You have to take them when they're there at 65. At 865. At 865 the bid. And the same courtesy at 5 now if you like. At 65 I have and make it 70 in the ride. At 70 got. At 870,000. At 870 the bid now. Fairly been offered now at 870,000. Bids then. I'll tell you what, man, we are on the market and selling. The keys are there. If you don't receive any further bidding, they'll remain there and they'll be the purchasers at 870,000 now. We're on the market, we play for keeps, we sell here today. If you've come to buy, you must bid me now or forever hold your peace. At 870,000, the bid's here, the keys are here, we're selling once at 870. Are we done? Twice at 870,000. At 75 now. At 875,000, the keys across the road now, but the opportunity is still with you. At 875,000, 77 and a half. At 877 and a half now. At 877,500, an easy bid to beat with 2.5. At 877 and a half, and the bid's there. At 877 and a half now. At 877,500, take me to 80. Get those keys back in your pocket. At 877,500, once. Twice at 1,878 and a half. At 878,500 now, 80 can I say. At 878 and a half and the bid's there, the keys are there. We sell at 879 and a half now. Welcome soon, best of luck. Never too late till the hammer falls. With you now, keys are there. At 879,500, bid there. Opportunity with you and you across the road, ma'am. 879,500, fairly been offered now. 879 and a half for the first call at 879.5. All done. Second call, 879,500. 880 now. Small bid, but I'll take it to round me off at 880,000. At 880,000, the bid's there now, back against you, sir. At 880,000, it's a late run. You want to make it count. At 880,000, give me one big bid. You can't give me $1,000, sir, and then run away. At 880,000, the bid's there, back against you at 880 now. At $880,000 the bid. At 880,000, ma'am, are we done over there? At 880,000, I can see you thinking about it. If you're thinking about it, it's worth a bid. At 880,000 now, fairly been offered. You don't want to realise on the drive home that you should have bid one more. You've got the opportunity now. At 880,000, the bid's there, the keys are there. If you tell me you're out, I will sell at that. At 880, the bid for the first call at 880,000, all done. Second call, 880, the bid, done. Finished. Third. Final call, $880,000 the bid, all done. at 500, 880.5. At 880,500, welcome back, sir. Puts the keys in your pocket for now. At 880,500, bid there. Opportunity here, but the keys are here. 880 and a half. Are we done here? At 880,500, ma'am, need to know. 880,500, fairly been offered now. First call at 880 and a half, all done. Second call, 880,500, done and finished. Third, final call, 880,000 at 881, 881,000 at 881,000. You were just about to bid half, weren't you? At 881,000 now. At 881,000, the bid's there. So might take a big bid now to just get those keys once and for all. 881,000. Can I suggest you take me to 885? At 881,000, fairly been offered now. Got a bid like you want to buy, sir. Bid big at $881,000 the bid. First call at 881. All done. Second call, 881,000 done. Finished. For the third and final call, $881,000 the bid. All done, all finished. All silent out at 881.
Can we throw in another 500?
At 881 and a half. Keys with you. Are we definitely done here? Yeah. Thank you very much for your bidding here today. At 881,500, bids back there. Only one left to beat, ma'am. At 881,500, fairly been offered. Bids there, keys are there. It was a laboured decision to get to that half. Maybe a big bid might now will send a strong message to the competition that the keys are yours. At 881,500. Bids there, if you tell me Rata, I'll sell over there. 881 and a half now. First call, 881,500, all done. Second call, 881 and a half, done, finished. For the third and final call, 881,500, all done, all finished, all silent and out at 881 and a half. Ma'am, are we done?
We're done.
Definitely done. Thank you very much for your spirited bidding here today. They tell me they're out, sir. We're done over here. Definitely done. First, second, third, final call, 881 and a half, done, finished, silent and out. We are selling, 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 sold. Congratulations and well bid. Please join me in congratulating our purchasers and our vendors here today. You've just witnessed another successful Harcourts, Rata and Co auction. Have a great weekend. See you again soon. Thank you. Thanks very much, guys. Thank you. Congratulations, mate. Well done.